Get ready for action because NBCUniversal Telemundo Enterprises and the U.S. Soccer Federation have just announced a massive extension to their Spanish-language media rights partnership, running all the way through 2030. We are talking about more than 20 U.S. national team matches annually across Telemundo, Universo, Peacock, and their digital platforms, including Telemundo Deportes Ahora. This deal covers everything from international friendlies and the She Believes Cup to key competitions like the CONCACAF Nations League, ensuring that both the women's and men's national teams stay front and center for Spanish-speaking fans leading up to the FIFA Women's World Cup 2027 and the World Cup 2030.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSockets Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we dive into the massive lineup coming to Telemundo as they prepare for a blockbuster summer. Kate Del Castillo's Teresa Mendoza is confirmed to return for the fourth installment of La Reina del Sur in the 2026-27 season. But that's not all. Telemundo is also bringing back the epic El Señor de los Cielos for Season 10, stacking the deck for what promises to be a huge season featuring major live events like the quadrennial World Cup soccer tournament unfolding across America. We shift gears now to the big picture in media investment. NBCUniversal's Mark Marshall is speaking out about Madison Avenue's demand for live events and the big trends reshaping the industry. Marshall is highlighting a clear move toward finding scale, with advertisers shifting away from narrow targeting toward bigger broadcast, sports, and live streaming events. And he's revealing how platforms like Peacock are using a dual revenue strategy, combining subscriptions and advertising to push toward profitability. And finally, we wrap up with a look at the relentless drama dominating our screens. Get ready because we are 1 week away from the season 25 finale of Law & Order. Viewers will be glued to channel YouTube and Peacock to see what case the 27th precinct will close next, featuring intense criminal takedowns and mind-boggling courtroom battles as Detective Riley and Detective Walker fight to uncover the truth in the final episodes. NBCUniversal Telemundo Enterprises and the U.S. Soccer Federation have solidified their media rights agreement, extending their Spanish-language partnership through 2030. This significant extension ensures continued access for Spanish-speaking audiences to U.S. national team coverage across a wide array of platforms. Under the new deal, Telemundo will broadcast over 20 U.S. national team matches annually across Telemundo, Universo, Peacock, and Telemundo's digital properties, including the FAST channel, Telemundo Deportes Ahora. The coverage scope spans the entire United States and its territories, encompassing international friendlies, the She Believes Cup, and select major competitions such as the CONCACAF Nations League, featuring both the men's and women's national teams. Furthermore, the agreement includes coverage for U.S. soccer youth national team matches. The partnership is strategically timed to cover key global sporting events, extending from the lead-up to the FIFA Women's World Cup 2027, the Olympic Games LA 28, and the FIFA World Cup 2030. Joaquin Duro, EVP of Sports and Head of Streaming at NBCUniversal Telemundo Enterprises, expressed enthusiasm for the extension. "We're proud to extend our partnership with U.S. Soccer and continue serving as the Spanish-language home for the men's and women's national teams," Duro stated. He added that the agreement provides the opportunity to follow the team's journey and engage audiences across every platform in the years leading up to 2030. David Wright, Chief Commercial Officer for U.S. Soccer, emphasized the strategic importance of the relationship for fan engagement. "We're excited to build on our partnership with Telemundo in bringing U.S. soccer to Spanish-speaking fans throughout the country," Wright commented. He noted that the collaboration is focused on more than just distribution, aiming to reach new audiences, deepen engagement, and ensuring more fans can see and follow our teams in the moments that matter most. Telemundo is gearing up for a major programming push in 2026-2027, featuring highly anticipated return of popular franchises and significant investment in new scripted dramas, all timed to capitalize on the quadrennial World Cup soccer tournament across America. Kate Del Castillo is set to return as Teresa Mendoza in the fourth season of La Reina del Sur. Del Castillo expressed her enthusiasm for the role, noting a deep, personal connection to the character after 16 years of portraying Teresa Mendoza. To maximize viewership during the World Cup coverage, Telemundo is loading its schedule with high-profile content, including La Reina del Sur, the return of El Señor de los Cielos for Season 10, unscripted hits like Top Chef VIP, La Casa de los Famosos, and Exitlan Estados Unidos. The network plans to deliver over 700 hours of original live World Cup programming between June 11 and July 19. NBCUniversal is finalizing its strategy, presenting the 2026-27 lineup to advertisers on May 11 during the annual upfront presentation at Radio City Music Hall. This presentation is part of a week of platform content showcase events designed to secure advertising commitments for the upcoming season. Beyond established hits, Telemundo is expanding its scripted portfolio with new series such as Unidad de Vida, focusing on medical corruption, Hot Sir, exploring the perils of the American dream for immigrants, and Uno Contra To-Dos, centering on a wrongfully imprisoned public defender. Luis Fernandez, chairman of NBCUniversal Telemundo Enterprises, emphasized the network's strategic focus. We are not just delivering content and capturing viewers, we are building fandoms, creating cultural moments, and connecting audiences across every platform. Furthermore, Telemundo has strengthened its position in live sports rights, having secured a new pact with the U.S. Soccer Federation to extend its Spanish-language media rights deal for key U.S. national team matches through 2030. A move that follows its successful coverage of the Paris 2024 Olympics and Milan Cortina earlier this year. Mark Marshall, chairman of Global Advertising and Partnerships for NBCUniversal, highlighted Telemundo's role as a competitive advantage, noting its ability to deliver culturally resonant moments at scale across news, sports, and entertainment. NBCUniversal is preparing for its annual upfront presentation, highlighting significant company milestones alongside evolving advertising trends. Mark Marshall, Global Advertising Chairman, addressed the upcoming event, celebrating the company's 100th anniversary, the 20th anniversary of the Housewives franchise, and the 75th anniversary of the Today Show. The company also recently achieved a strong performance in Nielsen's media distributor gauge, capturing 13% of TV viewership for the month, largely driven by Super Bowl and Winter Olympics coverage. Marshall emphasized a forward-looking perspective, stating, "We're proud of our legacy, but you don't hang around 100 years unless you're driven by innovation and evolution. So we're excited to get to tell the story of what got us here, and then what's going to get us going forward into the next century." A major theme emerging in advertiser conversations is a return to trying to find scale. Marshall noted that advertisers shifted away from overly narrow data targeting, recognizing that while this aided retention, it failed to attract new consumers. This has spurred a move toward larger events across categories, including insurance, finance, and tech, demonstrating a trend visible months before major events like the Super Bowl or Olympics. The industry is also bracing for the $110 billion Paramount-Warner Bros. Discovery merger, expected to grant the combined entity greater leverage in shifting ad dollars from linear television towards streaming and social media. Marshall reflected on the industry's constant change, drawing parallels to the acquisition history of Turner Broadcasting, noting that while mergers are occurring, the material change lies in how scale is aggregated. He highlighted NBCUniversal's current reach of 286 million people monthly, with over 100 million unique users on Peacock, emphasizing that marketers must focus on advertising reach rather than just raw reach. Regarding the dual landscape of linear and streaming, Marshall stressed that the industry is moving away from bifurcation. He indicated that combining streaming with linear networks can increase reach by 43%, and the goal is to create integrated packages where clients can measure performance across both platforms simultaneously. To facilitate this, NBCUniversal is developing a performance insights hub that will provide a single dashboard for linear and digital reach metrics. On measurement consistency, Marshall acknowledged challenges with Nielsen's gauge reports, noting confusion regarding what the gauge represents for advertising, especially given ad-free content on platforms like YouTube. He stressed the need for industry-wide consistency, aiming for apples-to-apples reporting to provide clients with a single source of truth. In response to competition from big tech like YouTube and Amazon Prime Video, Marshall differentiated their models. He noted that YouTube focuses on biddable short-form ads, while Amazon leverages its demand-side platform to integrate shopper marketing into its ecosystem. NBCUniversal's competitive advantage lies in its ability to produce content and offer full transparency regarding ad placement across all units. NBCUniversal is also piloting Live Total Impact, a capability designed to track live event exposure across linear and digital platforms, allowing advertisers to follow the impact of a major event on everyday moments. Marshall concluded by advising professionals to embrace movement outside comfort zones to gain diverse category knowledge, and emphasized that in an era of aggregation, organizational scale is becoming increasingly vital. Law and Order is back with a gripping new episode, bringing viewers closer to the season 25 finale. The latest installment, Season 25, Episode 20, titled Once Burned, airs tonight, May 7, at 8/7 on Channel YouTube and the following day on Peacock. The episode plunges into high-stakes drama with the logline. After a hero fire chief is found dead, Riley and Walker must break through his squad's closed ranks to uncover the truth. When the defense presents a plausible alternate timeline of events, Price and Marone must fight to win the jury over. The 27th Precinct continues to be a hub of action, bolstered by the arrival of new Detective David Ajala, who joins LT, Jessica Brady and Detective Vincent Riley. Meanwhile, in the DA's office, Nicholas Baxter, Nolan Price, and Samantha Marone navigate complex legal battles. The season features a strong ensemble cast including Maura Tierney, Tony Goldwyn, Hugh Dancy, Odelia Halevy, Reed Scott, David Ajala, and Connie Shee. Ajala, debuting as Detective Theo Walker, expressed his excitement about joining the franchise, stating, "There's something very, very special about being part of this franchise. Because when you're out in New York City and you're shooting scenes, people recognize it. And to be part of something that is so well-loved is very special." Viewers can catch up on recent episodes, including the intense courtroom drama from the previous week's episode, Accidentally Like a Martyr, where ADAS Nolan Price and Samantha Marone faced a challenging deliberation. For those looking to catch up, Law and Order fans have access to previous seasons, including seasons 13 through 20, season 23, and season 24, alongside SVU, Law and Order, Organized Crime, and Law and Order, Criminal Intent, all available on Peacock. New episodes of season 25 will continue to air on Thursdays at 8/7 on Channel YouTube and on Peacock.